These men that write these bills and laws have lived off of the backs of sex workers. Does it matter that I suck a dick or may not or spank you or beat you? Because behind closed doors, these motherfuckers is buying ass. You can best believe if Donald Trump is on a plane and he says, I want some girls, his people are going to get those girls. I define sex work as work. Simply, it's a means to a means. It's my survival. It's other people's survival. It's the oldest profession in the world. Mainly trans women work for non-for-profits. Non-for-profits don't pay anything. Sex work does.
I define sex work as anything pertaining to sex. So I consider gynecologists to be sex workers. Anyone that deals in the industry of sex, even that people that work in sex shops, even, your doctors, nurses. It's not just about intercourse.
For me, it was just finding pole and wanting to be different in an industry that was very, very negative. And if I was able to change one or a couple people's mind by what they see, especially when I'm on stage, I felt that was liberating.
Being an actual sex worker, I got to see so many different sides of this because I was outed by the police, so that's why I had to see a new side of this. Being thrusted into the newspapers and being a sex worker, what was I going to do when this was over? I turned to advocacy because I realized there may be other girls or other people that are in sex work, that are in trouble, that are outed by the police, that are arrested, and I'm in this position and I'm a little stronger. How can I help other people?
I wasn't outed by the police, but my daughter's father, one of my kids' fathers, tried to shame me so much from it. He would bring like my nude magazines to court. At the time when I used to be a gentleman's club stripper, he would bring that up in court. He even brought up the fact that I was a burlesque performer to try and use against me, but I was never ashamed of it. But that's part of the reason why I wanted to do the advocacy, because, as you said, there's people that are not strong, people that aren't supported, that need that support, and we need somebody to lean on, even if it's like just showing up, packing the courts, with a single parent who is being shamed for, having a job, essentially.
In people's lives, it's a taboo. It's like hush hush, although everybody is fucking. As sex workers, it makes it difficult because it's just like what we're doing, because we choose to showcase and be liberated and make a decision about what we want to do, and this is our chosen career. People look down on that because of the fact that we have that much confidence.
I think the greater society doesn't understand that they don't have to actually have sex for free. They don't. If you're having sex and you don't think it's work, you're probably not doing it right. Because I had sex last night, and let me tell you, I put in some fucking work, okay? I put in some goddamn work, and you should be paid for that.
There's also discrimination from some of these groups that I'm in around a lot of white people and white trans women. We don't live the same reality. A cop could roll up on me. If I don't have ID, I'm automatically going to jail. Now, if I'm a sex worker and I get attacked or raped and I try to report it, I still might go to jail. You sit back and you really think of the history of how we've been criminalized, and you add us trying to take care of ourselves, and now we're victimized, and these laws that keep coming up, Festa, I'm not too happy about. Foster, I'm not too happy about either. These are bills that are gonna change everything. They're gonna just make our lives a living hell. From the allies to the sex worker to how we're defended by the law. With laws out here like this, I can't imagine what kind of predicament it's gonna put us in. What kind of predicament it's going to put the young sex worker in.
These laws aren't trying to protect children at all. What they're trying to do is control women. They're trying to control sex. They're trying to control how you consume sex, how you have sex. Women are primarily at the forefront. We're the ones that really get the shit. When it all hits the fan, we're the ones that get affected the most. You're not seeing men get vilified for it, they're not getting 7-year sentences because they were doing, prostitution or whatever. So no one seems to care that their nail tech is probably trafficked, or the person making their food, and the housekeeper. No one really gives a fuck. It's just when it comes to sex is this taboo subject in this society.
And we have to be labeled as trafficked in order for the government to keep pushing. They just took down Craigslist.
Yeah, that's not going to solve trafficking.
That's not going to solve the fucking problem. But look where this is going. So Craigslist has like a personal ad that's for free, and some people have used it. By taking away these social media platforms to be able to post an ad or promote yourself, you're actually forcing people into an area or a situation that is beyond dangerous, because you're breaking a chance for them to be able to screen or view someone as they would like to as a consumer. As a sex worker, you should have the right to screen your demographic, who you're dealing with, opposed to being into street work where you don't know what situation you're walking into.
I'm sure you guys are aware of that. There was a recent New York City stripper strike, and part of the reason why.
I wrote a piece about it.
Giselle and Panama are the two ladies that started the strike when it comes to women of color, and how we don't have don't have many rights, and if we do speak up or stand up for ourselves, we either fired or suspended or blacklisted. They mentioned the lack of professionalism when it comes to working together between the management and owners, not holding themselves accountable to being professional. It trickles down to the co-workers battling each other, and that was a major issue when it came to the strike. And these men, most men, they leave with their penises, and they decide to hire the girls that they want to sleep with.
Yeah, so there's this idea that if the darker you are, that you're not worth a certain amount of money, you're not worth a certain amount of respect, you're not presented with certain opportunities, and that goes for any industry, right? Because it happens everywhere, and it doesn't end in the sex industry. And people often think that because you're selling sex, it's easy money, and no matter what you look like, you can make money. And it's like, no, it's not true. And even if you're not dark skinned, you're black, and if you don't fit into certain kinds of Western beauty norms, you just can't charge a certain amount of money. You can try, but you're gonna need other money to fall back on. Otherwise, you're just gonna end up in the red. I want the future of sex work to not be conflated with trafficking. I want the separation. I want to be there to be a distinct separation from the trafficking narrative. And I want people to stop being amazed that we can suck dick and clean houses and be and have advanced degrees or not, or just be skilled in other areas.
Everyone's against us, nobody understands us, but they really wish that they can beat us.
And now we are against us because we're being forced into this pattern. We're being forced into these areas of having to pit each other against each other. As a sex worker, I feel strong and empowered. As a sex worker ally, I would like to see the government really do something positive. Back up your shit. If you're gonna do this, we need thousands and hundreds of thousands, millions. We need money. We need money, and we need it now.
Thanks for watching The Root. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll continue to bring you more that's of interest to you. So leave a comment and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel.